Hi, friends. This is Emily Francis. I am excited to bring another lesson to you today. It might be a little long. It depends on how long we make our sentences. But today's lesson is lesson 2 of another lesson I started yesterday. We read the story Coronavirus, Understanding the Coronavirus. So if you want to do this activity with us today, you may want to go back and watch my video of a read out loud when we read Understanding the Coronavirus. Look it up, read that story first, that text first, and then you can come back to us and answer the questions. So this lesson is for you to answer questions with me using the text that we read. Or you know what? I can just go ahead and read it very quickly because it's a very short read. But if you want to read it slowly, you may want to go to the other video that has the text. All right, let's go ahead and read it since it's not a long read. Understanding Coronavirus. Daily life has changed across the U.S. Leaders have ordered people to stay at home. Schools are closed. Most businesses are too. People are working from home. Why have things changed? It is because of a new virus that spreads very quickly. A virus causes an infection in the body. It makes people sick. The virus is coronavirus. These kinds of viruses cause respiratory illness. That means that they make it hard for people to breathe. This coronavirus first appeared in late 2019. The illness it causes is called COVID-19. Two of the symptoms are fever and coughing. Most people who get sick will get better. They will likely feel very tired for several days. Many will have a high fever too. The virus makes people very sick. They have a hard time breathing. Then they have to go to the hospital. Many go on machines to help them breathe. Some die. It is easy to spread the virus. One way it spreads is through coughing and sneezing. Droplets in the air carry the virus. People nearby can breathe them in. The closer people are to each other, the more easily the virus spreads. That is why leaders want people to stay at home. People should only go out when they really need something, like food. When out, they should stay at least 6 feet from others. This is called social distancing. Here's one way to practice social distancing. Think about the width of a car. That is about 6 feet. Stay about a car's width away from other people. Staying at home helps everyone. It slows the spread of the virus. That gives scientists more time to come up with the ways to beat the virus. There are other things you can do to stay healthy. Washing your hands is very important. This kills the virus. Touching your face can make it easy for the virus to spread. Try to keep your hands away from your face. If you have to cough, cover your mouth with your arm. Cover your sneezes too. This is good to do all the time. It is very important right now. For now, our best plan is to stop the spread of the virus. Staying at home is key. It keeps you from getting the virus, and it also keeps others safe. Practicing social distancing is how we can help each other. All right, so here's the book, and here are the questions, which I will put a link underneath the comments in the video if you want access to this page. So if the title is Show Your Understanding of the Text. So with these questions, you are going to show that you understand the text. We're going to use part of the questions to make our answer, so to respond to the questions. I'll show you that. Here's the picture of the book, the title of the cover. You can see a picture of the virus, and the title gives you away what the name is of that picture that is in the cover. Coronavirus. Question 1. How has daily life changed? Question 2. Why has daily life changed across the US? In here, this would have to be capital U. Let me change that. And this would have to be capital S because it stands for the United States. What is coronavirus? That's question 3. How does coronavirus affect people? How does it hurt them? That's 4. Number 5, how does coronavirus develop in the body? Like, how does it start affecting your body, and what does it cause in your body? 6, how does coronavirus spread? I'm going to add an E right there. Number 7, how can we protect ourselves and others? So we're going to use the text to be able to answer these questions. So we're going to start with the first page. And here it talks about daily life has changed across the US. Leaders have ordered people to stay home. Let's look at page 3. And it says, schools are closed. Most businesses are too. People are working from home. So the first question says, how has daily life changed? So how has it changed? What is it that leaders are ordering? Leaders have ordered people to stay home. So everything is closed from businesses to schools. So how has daily life changed? Let me change the color here to match, not the answer questions, but different colors. So the answers will be a different color. How has daily life changed? Daily life has changed in many different ways. Let's go back to the text. What does it say? Leaders have ordered people to stay home. People are having to stay home. And then I'm going to put a comma because I know there's something else. What else? Schools and businesses are closed and people are working from home. See right here? Schools are closed. Most businesses are closed and people are working from home. So did you see how I said that there were many changes? Many changes means that I'm going to say different things of how things have changed. So first I said that people are having to stay home. I'm going to say schools are closed. When I say most businesses, closed too, comma, and people are working from home. All right, so here's the question. How has daily life changed? Daily life has changed in many different ways. People are having to stay home. That's one thing. Schools are closed. Most businesses are closed too. And people are working from home. So I mentioned about 4 different ways of how life has changed. Okay, we're going to go on to the next page and look at the next question. Why has daily life changed across the US? So businesses are not closed because they want to. Schools are not closed because they want to. Why? Why are they closed? What's happening? Why have things changed? And look, see this question right here? They're about to tell you why is it that things have changed. It is because of a new virus that spreads very quickly. So why are schools closed? Why have things changed? Why is it that people are working from home? It is because a new virus that spreads quickly. So we're going to use part of the question here to answer it. Why has daily life changed in the US? So we can start by saying daily life has changed in the across, we can use this word, across the US because it has a why. It's asking you why. So it's good to use the word because there is a virus that spreads very quickly. That's the reason why. So it's asking you, why is it that things have changed? So first it asks us, what happened? How has it changed? And we said a bunch of things. That's why. Now it's asking, why is it changed? Simple. One reason. Coronavirus, right? It's just a virus that we mentioned right here. If you want, you can add another sentence because it didn't ask a specific, it didn't tell us a specific yet. Maybe we can move on to the next page, and maybe the next page will tell us the name of the virus. But this page, oh, it is here. A virus that causes an infection in the body and makes people sick. So if we move on to page 5, then it starts talking about the virus is a coronavirus. So we can add it right here because it's asking us why. The virus is coronavirus. Now you explained that there's a virus is the reason why it's closed, and now you're adding the name of the virus. So you're being a little more specific, okay? Now it's asking you, what is coronavirus? What is it? Now we can say a lot of things that we know, we heard on the news, but let's use what the book is saying. So if we go back to the book, it says, this virus is coronavirus. This kinds of viruses causes respiratory illnesses. That means they make it hard for people to breathe. So what is coronavirus? It's a virus that causes respiratory illness. Okay? So we can put it right here. All right, so what is coronavirus? Let me change the color. I'm going to use some of the words from the question. Corona, it's all together. Coronavirus is a virus that causes respiratory illness. What else does the book says? Makes respiratory illness. And then that's it, and then it starts telling you what is it that it does to the body. So that's it. What is coronavirus? Coronavirus is a virus that causes respiratory illnesses. Your illness. How does coronavirus affect people? What does it do to the body? Let's go ahead and read. That means that it's hard to breathe. So now we already know that it's hard to breathe. And then it starts talking about the symptoms. How does coronavirus affect people? And we could talk about the symptoms. Let's see what the other questions are. I don't want to give a lot of specifics on one question and then I have to repeat myself with the next one. How does coronavirus develop in a body? See, question 5 is asking me how does it develop? Like where does it start and what happens in the body? So I'm going to save all the details for question 5 and I'm just going to answer question 4. How does corona affect people? And I can just say, oh, where did my book go? Here. I can just go back to page 5 that tells me that it is hard for people to breathe. So that's what it does. It's a virus that it affects people's breathing. So it's hard. It makes it hard for people to breathe. See, it makes it hard for people to breathe. So how does coronavirus affect people? Change the color. Coronavirus affects people's breathing. Okay, it affects people's breathing, so the way they breathe. How does coronavirus develop? All right, so where does it start? What happens next in the body? Let's see, the coronavirus appears in the leg. That doesn't tell me that. The illness is caused by COVID. Oh, here you go. 2 of the symptoms are fever and coughing. So how does it develop? First, we're going to say, because I know there are more. It's not just coughing and fever. That sounds more like the cold, right? Or a flu. No, this is more. 2 of the symptoms. So we can say, how does coronavirus develop in the body? Coronavirus starts with, let's go back. What did it say? Starts with symptoms such as fever and coughing. So it starts with symptoms. Symptoms such as fever, spelling, and coughing. And I'm going to put a comma because it's not done. It's not just fever and coughing. There's more. So let's go back to the book. Symptoms are fever and coughing. And then what? Most people who get sick will get better. It doesn't tell me what happens next. They would likely get very tired for several days. They will likely feel very tired for several days. So could we say that one of the symptoms is that it makes you feel very tired? And high fever. We already mentioned the fever, so we can just add makes people makes people feel tired, comma, let's see what else happens. The virus makes people very sick. If they have a hard time breathing, they will have to go to the hospital and they'll go into a machine. So they feel very tired. If it gets bad, hospital visit is needed. Okay, so how does coronavirus develop in the body? How does it start? What happens next? Coronavirus starts with symptoms such as fever and coughing. So first you get fever and coughing, then what? You start feeling fatigue or very tired. If it gets worse, like you really cannot breathe, then a hospital visit is needed. So you'll have to go to the hospital, and the hospital, of course, has those machines for you to use. Okay. How does coronavirus spread? How does coronavirus spread? All right, so let's listen and see how does it spread? Spread means how does it go from one person to the other? Yes, some people die. This is a really good picture that tells you exactly how is it that it spreads. You can just see it. That's a wonderful visual right here. It is easy to spread the virus. One way it spreads is through coughing and sneezing. So that's one way it spreads. So this should be a capital right here. How does coronavirus spread? And let's go ahead and use some of the words that in the question. Coronavirus spreads through coughing and sneezing. Of course, that's why we had to wash our hands too, because if you touch it, but it's through the breathing and through coughing that it gets in. It's in the air, so anything you breathe in the air, that's why if you breathe it, it goes into your system. So did we answer the question? How does it spread? How does coronavirus spread? Coronavirus spreads through coughing and sneezing. And of course, if you touch in the surface or anything that has it, then you'll get it too. And the last question, how can we protect ourselves? So if you don't have coronavirus, how can you stay yourself healthy and protect others? So what can we do? Okay. So this is why leaders want people to stay at home. So one way to protect ourselves and others, the first is stay at home. Okay. People should only go out if you need to. So we need to keep social distance, 6 feet apart. So if we say keep social distance, we already know that this picture is telling us 6 feet apart. So we don't have to explain that, because we know that social distance is being 6 feet apart. And what else can we do? Wash our hands. Keep our hands clean. So, also when you cough and cover, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and order here first. What should we do first? Stay at home, only go out if we need to. How can we protect ourselves and others? We can protect ourselves and others by, this is when I'm going to start mentioning all of the things that I read that can help me stay safe and others, by staying home and only go out if needed. What else? Something else? This is called social distances. When you go out, so if you do go out, you need to stay 6 feet apart from each other. This is called social distances. So maintain is keeping social distances or staying 6 feet apart. Another way is to maintain social distance. And I'm going to put in parentheses what does social distance mean. Stay 6 feet apart, away, apart. Another thing. What else can we do besides being 6 feet apart? We can wash our hands and cover our mouth with our arm when we cough and sneeze. Okay. We should also wash our hands. Did it say how often? Let's go back to washing our hands. Another way is washing hands, very important. It kills the viruses touching your face, or keep your hands clean, your hands away from your face. It doesn't say. I guess we could just say wash. We should also wash our hands and cover our mouth when coughing and sneezing. That's it, right? Yep. All right. Woo, that's really good. Told you this was going to be a little long lesson. So let's go over to our questions. How has daily life changed? Daily life has changed in many different ways. People are having to stay home. Schools are closed. Most businesses are closed too. And people are working from home. Number 2, why has daily life changed across the US? It's really all over the world. Daily life has changed across the US because there is a virus that spreads very quickly. Oh, I said they virus. Oh, see how good writers read the writing so they can catch their own mistakes. The virus is, maybe we should say called, because that's the name of it. It's called coronavirus. What is coronavirus? Coronavirus is a virus that causes respiratory illness. How does coronavirus affect people? How does it affect people? Coronavirus affects people's breathing. So that's it. That's what it does. It affects the breathing. How does coronavirus develop in the body? How does it start? What happens next and last? Coronavirus starts with symptoms such as fever and coughing. That's how it starts. Then it makes people feel tired. And if it gets really bad, then a hospital visit is needed. Should we say that some people die? What do you think? The books say that. It says that some people could die. How does it develop in the body? It's okay. It's just asking how does it develop in the body. How does coronavirus spread? How does it go from one person to the other? Coronavirus spreads through coughing and sneezing. How can we protect ourselves and others? We can protect ourselves and others by staying home and only go outside when needed. Another way is to maintain social distance, stay 6 feet apart. We should also wash our hands and cover our mouth when coughing and sneezing. That's it. 7 wonderful questions. So hopefully this helped you answer some of the questions that we had about the text, and it will help you with reading, it helps you with writing, and of course, comprehension. Thank you for today's lesson. Bye. Let me know how you liked it.